He got problems, she got problems, only I got 411 problems. Say hi, what's up, y'all? It's time for another story time. I look a little bald headed, but welcome to I Was Lost. Okay, so this story takes place during the time when I'm putting in my plans of I'm putting in my plans to leave the city that I was living in, where I was going to school, and after I had time because of the whole situation of In Love with the Same Man. Go check out that playlist because, baby, yeah, it'll explain more in detail. But anyway, I look crazy. Crazy. Anyway, yeah, so this is what's going on. Like, I'm putting stuff in the plan. Is this? Yes. I'm putting stuff in the play. I'm trying to make sure. Yes. So I'm putting stuff in the play. Right? So this one, I had already been to Gifted's house, I think like 1 or 2 times. So at this point in time, usually I have a photographic memory and I can kind of remember things like, okay, I remember this, this landmark. I remember this landmark. This is what I do. This is what I need to do here, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm driving, right? And so at this point in time, like, if I'm not mistaken, did we leave on a Thursday? I don't know if we left on a Thursday or we left on a Friday, and how I was planning it as far as like my check or whatever, because it was like I'll just get gas when I'm over there, like when I'm closer to her, because I didn't have any money. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what was it? So I think we had to leave on a Thursday. And my check was going to hit that Friday, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. Because I didn't have any money. So we're traveling. And when I get into the city to go to Gifted's house, there's a fork in the interstate, of course. And so when you come to that fork, it's either you take east or you take west. Like, the fork is literally like this. You take east or you take west. To get to Gifted's house, I was supposed to take east. And so when I'm coming up to it, it's like I don't remember which way to go. I don't remember which way to go. I'm sitting here going like, dang, do I go this way or do I go this way? 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 And so I was like, it's west. It's west. So I hit go, turn west. Mind you, Gifted called me and I was like, well, did I not have my phone? No. No cell phone. Yes. So no cell phone, no money, traveling, because they had turned my cell phone off. So at the time with Sprint, like if you had Sprint, I can't call out when my cell phone is off. I can't call out, but you can call in, and you can't get text messages, if I'm not mistaken. And so I was getting paid the next day. We left on a Thursday. I was getting paid the next day, so it was like, I'm gonna turn my phone on, and then once I make it to Gifted's house, I don't need to move, cause we not like, it was just enough gas, like literally, cause at this time I had a Nissan Sentra. It was a black Nissan Sentra, and it was like, I don't need to move because my Sentra, like, I had estimated just enough gas. So once it's full, by the time I get to Gifted's house, like, it's just enough gas, like, for me to, if we need to go get something to eat right quick, because it was a lot of things in her area, if we need to go get something to eat right quick, or for me, enough for me to go get gas, because usually once we get there, like, we just go get something to eat, we come back to her house, and like, we catching up and we saying the stuff that's going on down in the city that I'm in currently, and then planning, like, for me to move. So it's not like the gas thing. It was like I had enough gas to get where I was going. But since I made the wrong choice and went west, you done right. Right. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go west. So I'm driving. driving. And mind you, remember, I got off at 5. So by the time I get to the city, like, it literally was turning dark when I made the choice of which way to go. But by the time, like, I'm steady riding, and I was like, I should have been to her place, but like, I should have been to her exit by now. So I'm looking like, because of course none of this stuff is familiar. And so as I'm driving and I'm looking at my my gas needle, and I'm going, oh my God, because it was estimated, budgeted out just enough to just get to her house. So literally, if I had made the correct turn, I would have made it to her house, parked my car, and we would have been fine. Would have got back in the car, got something to eat, and still would have been fine until when my check hit, and then I could just fill up my tank. So I'm driving, and at this point in time, it's dark. And so during this time, Tyler was young. Tyler was like 4, 3.5, 4 during this time. So when I would travel, I would get Ty, put him on a pull-up, when I pick him up from daycare, put him on a pull-up, and then we'll get in the car. Tyler, even still to this day, he's not wearing pull-ups, but he will fall asleep. Tyler is not a good passenger. If you are looking for a road trip buddy, Tyler is not your passenger for you. Tyler is the backseat person. Tyler is not the passenger person, because Tyler's going to sleep. Tyler will be asleep 20 to 30 minutes into the ride. If he's hungry, he's going to stay up until there is food. Then he's going to sleep. Sometimes he barely even do that, because he knows, like, he has to go to the bathroom a lot. So if he's drinking or whatever, like, he got to go to the bathroom, and that's because of surgery. So a lot of times he not gonna drink a lot, because he don't want to stop. Like, and I don't like to stop either. Like, I like to just keep going. But one thing about Ty, if he hungry, he gonna eat, and he definitely gonna sleep. You get 30 minutes max, he's going to sleep. So Ty was asleep the whole time until, like, it is pitch black dark. I am on the interstate and I'm looking around like I don't even know where I'm at. And then at this point in time, I have been riding for a good 15-20 minutes, and now my gas light says bing. So I'm going, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus. Like, I'm praying in my head and saying that over and over and over and over. I'm saying it so much. Ty in the back seat, stop saying that. Why are you saying that? Tyler is a-hole. He has always been an a-hole. He has always been an a-hole. So even in typical kids, you don't even know what's going on. All you hear is me saying that over and over, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus. Saying it over and over and over and over. And finally, my car is like, girl, we out. So my car is slowing down. And I'm in the 3rd lane. I'm in the 3rd lane. So at this point in time, I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So I put on my blinkers to get over so I can get on the median. So it was just one car, like that one lane, it was nothing there, so I was able to get over. But this other lane, like, it was just this one car. And you know those cars that ride your blind spot? It's like, move! Like that. For the life of me, they would not move. They finally moved out of the way because my car is slowing down slower and slower and slower. And I'm trying to get off the interstate because these cars are going fast. So my car, finally I get over and she completely stops. Literally, it's like a bridge type situation. Like, my car is just sitting on the bridge. So I hit my emergency lights, and I'm sitting there in my car and I'm crying. I'm crying because it was like, you took a wrong turn. You should have turned around. You should have turned around. You should have followed your first mind when you was like, this don't look right, and you should have turned around. And so I'm crying, and so Tyler's and he was like, Ma, I gotta pee. So did I. I had to pee really, really bad. At this point in time, like, and I'm still working at the radio station. And remember, I told you the maybe y'all don't, just play along. Remember, I told y'all when I was working at the radio station, I got off at 12 noon on Fridays. Well, I left on a Thursday, so I'm in like a skirt and a shirt, like I'm business casual. So I was like, what to do, what to do. I have a toddler. And when they say they gotta pee, they gotta pee. And so it's like I can't pull him out on the side of the road. Like we're on the interstate. I was like, I can't pull him out on the side of the road. And I was like, but I don't really have a choice, so this is what I gotta do. So we're walking. Ty is in my hand and I'm squeezing his hand because you're a toddler, and we're walking on the interstate, on the side of the interstate. I'm trying to walk to the next exit because like from where I was, I can see a gas station. It was kind of far, but it was like, he got to pee. So do I. So we walking. So cars, of course, are passing by. A couple of cars blew the horn. Like, it was like you was just being an asshole. But so we're walking, and as we're walking, so this car like had passed by, but anyway, like a truck had came, and it was a couple, so it was a black couple. So the lady, like they had passed me, and then got in front of us. So the lady stepped out of the car, out of the passenger side. She was like, "Baby, where you going?" And I was like, we're trying to make it to the gas station because he got to use the bathroom. And I was like, I ran out of gas. And so she was like, oh, okay, get in the truck. Like, we'll take you. And so we got in the truck. So they took us to the gas station. So she was like, where you going? And I was like, oh, I'm trying to get to, let me call it exit. What do I want to call it? Okay, I'm trying to get to the middle lane exit. And so they was, both of them in unison was like, ooh. And I was like, huh? And they was like, baby, you on the wrong side of town. You on completely on the opposite end of town. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And so she was like, you don't have a phone? And I was like, my phone is off right now. And I was like, but I get paid tomorrow. And I was like, I was going to do everything tomorrow. And I was like, I made the wrong turn. I was like, I'm coming from out of town. So I made the wrong turn. And so her husband, I'm assuming it was her husband because it was a couple. So he was like, oh, don't worry about it. He was like, we're going to get you some gas. We're going to put gas in your car. We're going to fill up your tank. I'm going to give you a couple of dollars, and then you go the opposite way. Like, when you get on the interstate, you go the opposite way. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. So we get to the gas station. Go in the gas station. He go and buy like a gas tank. He put gas in the gas tank. She was talking, so she was like, girl, what you doing walking on the interstate with this baby? And I was like, I'm trying to get away. I'm trying to move from one city to this city. I'm just trying to figure stuff out, and just stuff is just not falling into place right now. And so she was like, I understand. And I was like, but I appreciate you for stopping. She said, yeah, because I told my husband, oh, she was like, that's a baby. We need to turn around. So of course they was talking about Tyler. So she was like, I understand. She was like, and I was like, do y'all have like information so I can pay y'all back? She said, oh, no, you don't need to pay us back. She was like, we just want you, like, she was like, I just want you, to make it. She was like, don't worry about it. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. And so she went in her purse, and she was like, here go $40. And so she was like, and whatever he give you, you take that too. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. So went, like, I had, of course, while we was there, I went and took Tyler in the gas station so he could pee. So Tyler is very selective about where he goes to the bathroom. Why, when we going to, he was like, I'm not using this. I'm not using this bathroom. Because it was a gas station bathroom. So the gas station bathroom was nasty. I'm not even going to front, y'all. Now, when I went in there, mind you, it was like this black dude at the counter. And then, of course, behind the counter was an Indian man. No racial, mostly Indian men own the gas stations in the black neighborhoods, child. They do. Anyway, so when we first went in there, like, I noticed them. I still have to pee, and I'm holding it. So we went, like, got out of the gas station, busted you, went past my car, busted you again, then came, put the stuff in my car. He gave me $60. I thanked him and I was like, thank you so much. And he was like, go back to the gas station. Because he was like, that's enough to put, to get your car started. Go back to the gas station and then put more gas in the car. And I was like, okay, I'll do that. And so he was like, you want us to follow you back to the gas station? And I was like, no, I should be fine. And I was like, I appreciate it so much. And they was like, oh, okay, be careful. So once he put it in there, like, he stayed to make sure, like, the car cranked up. The car cranked up, and he was like, all right. He was like, y'all be careful. And I was like, okay, thank you. And so just like I had asked, I was like, I asked your wife for information to pay y'all back. And he was like, no. He was like, you just be careful. And I was like, okay, thank you. I always have to make sure and clear because y'all know how some of y'all do. It's like, oh yeah, I want to help, and then later on when you done got out of your troubled water and you doing good, then it's like, I did this and I did this, and that person ain't even paid me back. That person ain't even sent me $20. You said anyway. So anyway, I still got to pee. So why I go to the gas station because it's like I'm going to fill up this tank, like he said, because she gave me a little extra dollars too. But I got a Sentra, and at this point in time, gas is not high. It takes nothing to fill up my car. So I go to the gas station and I'm filling up the tank, baby, and I'm dancing. When I get to, like, I know the bathroom is nasty. So at this point in time, you didn't have to pay ahead of time. But when I went in to pay, because I was just there. So when I went in to pay, the old black man and even like they just staring. And I was like, hey, like, so it was like, here you go on to pay for gas. And so he was like, okay. So I paid for the gas. And I got in the car. So I am about to pee my clothes. So when I get in, so I was like, Mom, I'm hungry. I was like, oh, okay, in a minute. So I went around the back of the building, parked the car so where Ty couldn't see me. Went around the back of the building, hiked up this skirt, and peed behind the building. And peed behind the building. Got back in the car. I always have wet wipes and stuff in my car. Got back in the car, dimming my hands or whatever, and I was like, let's go. Because, again, the bathroom was nasty. So, yes, outside was a better alternative than the gas station bathroom. Judge your mama. I don't care if you judge me. It's whatever. So, we get in the car. So, once we get in the car, so I was like, okay, he told me to go opposite of the way I was going. Get on the interstate, pull off. Riding. Finally, we see Miller Lane exit, get off, and then we go. And Get was like, girl, where you been? And I was like, oh, let me tell you. So I told her, how I took a wrong turn, how we was walking on the interstate, how these people showed up, and how I peed behind the gas station building. She was like, you pee behind the gas station building? I was like, yeah, girl, I had to pee real bad. Like, the bathroom the bathroom was nasty. I was like, I couldn't do it. I said, Ty wouldn't even do it. Ty held his pee until we got to Gifted's house. Then he went to the bathroom. I couldn't do it. I was already holding my pee walking on the interstate. I was already holding my pee, actually driving on the interstate, walking on the interstate, in these people's car. When we went and get the little gas tank, I turned around, went to my car, putting the gas in my car. I'm holding my pee the whole time. My baby was like, girl. She was like, most gas stations have cameras. I'm a country girl. I said, on the inside, like, like I'm not thinking like outside of the building. She was like, girl, no, like around their whole store. I was like, oh well. She was like, what? And I was like, oh well, if it was some cameras back there, all you saw was me peeing. So I was like, well, maybe that's why they was looking at me crazy when I went in the store. Because after I got through peeing, I went back in the store to get us like some snacks and soda. And so the black man was like, And the Indian man was like, and so like, maybe I was like, maybe that's why he was looking at me crazy, because you just saw me pee behind your store. Baby, I don't even care at this point. Your store, your bathroom is nasty. You ain't seen no cookie snatch. You saw that pee coming from under that skirt. Oh my God. Anyway, so I was like, it's whatever. So the next day come, check my account, pay my cell phone, and gas was like, I had a little extra money, so I ain't tell her nothing about the money. I just told them like they had put gas in my car or whatever. But anyway, so like the weekend goes on, we're back to normal, right? Fast forward. Years later, y'all. Years later. I think at this point in time may be 11 or 12. My little yeah. Does he stay on this side of town? Hold on. No, that's a different one. No. Was it this store? Hold on. No. It's not that store. Or is it? Hold on. Yeah. So, my little like it was a store up the street from a house he used to stay in, right? So I went in the store. To me, and I'm not even trying to be racial. You know how y'all be like, all black people look the same. To me, all Indians look the same. And most of the doctors are Patels. Judge your mama. So, anyway, when I went into the store, the Indian man, like, this is a store that is on a different interstate than the interstate that I got lost on. The Indian in the store, he was like, hey. I was like, hey. Because I got, like, I don't have on, like, I have on a dress, but I don't have on, like, the jeans skirt or nothing. I was like, hey. And he was like, I remember you. And I was like, no, you don't. Because this is not the same. Like I said, this is a different store in a different interstate. I was like, no, you don't. You don't know me. He's like, yeah, I remember you. I said, no, you don't. So he was like, yes, I do. I remember you. Remember you from store. You're from store. And I was like, you didn't remember me from the store. And I was like, I don't even live over here, so I don't know what you're talking about. And so he was like, oh, you don't live over here? And I said, no, which I didn't. I lived on a completely, totally different opposite side of town. So it was like, I don't know. I said, maybe you had me mixed up with somebody else. So he was like, oh, sorry. So I was like, so anyway, fast forward. Years later, me and Ty would go to this laundromat. This laundromat where you don't carry, like, it's not coin. Well, you could use coins, but I prefer the laundromat where you have like those cards where you put money on the card, so that way you don't have like cash on you. You put money on the card and then you use that in the washers and dryers instead of using like going to get all these bunch of quarters. So we at the laundromat, and so while we were waiting on our clothes, it was a little store, like literally a hop, skip, and a jump. It was a store, and I was like, I'm gonna go to the store. You want something? So Ty, he was like, oh yeah, he put in his order like some chips, some candy, etc., while we was waiting for our clothes to, I think we was waiting for our clothes to dry, and they had already washed. So I walked into the store. Remember I told y'all all Indians own stores in the black neighborhoods. So in this neighborhood, it was the black, we were in the hood. But the laundromat was clean. And how much it costs to wash, like if you wash, you got free drying. So they would give you credit on your card if you wash for a dryer. So you didn't have to pay for the dryer. And the dryers were huge and they were gas. So it didn't take long, excuse me, for your clothes to dry. You could put big loads and it didn't take long for them to dry. Actually, I need to take Ty over there so he wash his comforter, because he need a big washer to wash that comforter. Anyway, so I walk into the store just to go get some stuff. So the man, he was like, hey, I remember you. And I'm like, you don't know me. He was like, hey, I remember you. Yes, I remember you. It's you. I do know you. I know you from camera. So the dude in front of me, he was like, what you did on the camera? And I was like, I ain't do nothing on the camera. I was like, I didn't do nothing on the camera. I don't even live here. Which I don't. Which I did. And I was like, I don't even live on this side of town. I live on the north side. So he was like, oh, you don't live on the south side? I was like, no. He was like, you look like girl from Cameron. You look like girl from Cameron. And I was like, I don't know who you think I am, but I'm not the girl from the camera. I don't even live over here. So the dude in front of me, so you done turn. What you did? You done turned the Indian man, and I was like, I ain't do nothing. I was like, I don't even know this man. I was like, this is my first time ever walking to the store, which it was, cause all the times that we had been over there washing clothes, cause we used to go there. We would leave Gamer's house, cause when we were staying with Gamer, instead of using their washer and dryer, I would go to the laundromat to cut back on me using their water, me using their washer dryer, because now at this time, like you get that awkward feeling if you living with somebody and they don't want you there no more. Like you start getting that awkward feeling. Y'all know the feeling. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Those who ever live with people. So it's like, let me go over here. I'm not even touching y'all washer and dryer. I'm so glad, like, I followed my first mind, because something happened with the washer and dryer, and you couldn't blame me, because sis had stopped using your washer and dryer a long time ago. And we was going to the laundromat, and it was easier for me to wash all those at the same time and then dry all those at the same time and be done. The only thing Ty didn't like was coming to get the stuff. Ty don't like doing besides sitting in his bed, eating, shitting, and playing video games. That's it. Anyway, but you gotta wash your own clothes now, so that's not my issue. Like, I never understand kids who don't grab the concept. If I'm washing all the clothes, the least you can come do is get out the car. Anyway. So, yeah, so I was like, this is my first time ever being in this store. So I don't know what he's talking about, because I've never been in this store ever before. I was like, and I wash over there all the time, but I've never been in this store, but I don't live over here. And so the dude was like, dang. He said, no, I know you from Cameron. And I was like, you don't know me from no Cameron. I was like, maybe you got me mixed up with somebody else. So when I went back to the store, like I was telling Ty about it, and I was like, what is Ty talking about? I was like, what is this? I told Ty, I was like, what is this store clerk talking about? Something. He know me, and I don't even live over here. So Ty started laughing. He thought that was funny. So I was like, what is this dude talking about? And then I thought to myself, and I was like, I wonder, are you the same store owner, or you been rotating stores, and you talking about me peeing behind your building? Is that you, Mr. Patel? Girl, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so that was the story time of I got lost. Because, baby, what? You just never know if people got cameras. Probably somewhere hiking up my skirt pin. Judge your mama. I love you the mostest because you're definitely the dopest in real life, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.